Welcome to Spiritism Explored and Explained, where we take you on a journey of discovery of the other side, the spirit realm, the universe from which you came and shall return. Did you know that you tend to reincarnate with the same family members? People often wonder, do we have families, mothers, fathers, and so on as we travel through multiple lives? How do we manage having a menagerie of relatives while in the spirit world? The answer is we don't. I will tell you why. Most of us love our families, and our fondest wish is to be reunited with them in the spirit world. We may ponder what life would be like in a heavenly place with our loved ones. Then we think about reincarnation and realize that we may have had multiple families, many different mothers and fathers, and who knows how many brothers and sisters. Is there a legion of relatives waiting for us? So many that we would need a telephone book-size address book to keep them straight? Allan Kardec's book, The Gospel According to Spiritism, gives us the answer. This is what they say. Family ties are not destroyed by reincarnation, as certain people believe. On the contrary, they are strengthened and become tighter. So how can that be? How can we travel through countless centuries and somehow remain involved in our close family circle? The answer, like the answers to so many other questions, lies in the Law of Affinity, whereby souls who are at the same level, mutual affection, and have similar tastes naturally gather together. The Law of Affinity is actually one of those great filters, or more aptly sorters, of the universe, where souls are more interested in doing harm are collected in darkened areas. Souls who have respect and admiration for the achievement of each other are also grouped with one another in celestial cities. Allan Kardec explains how affiliated souls tend to stay with each other. This is what he says. These spirits, happy at being together, seek out one another. Incarnation separates them only momentarily, because after their re-entry into the errant state, they meet again like friends who have returned from a journey. Frequently, they even follow one another into incarnation, wherein they are reunited in the same family or the same circle, working together for their mutual advancement. Allan Kardec is telling us that this tight cluster of souls will watch out for each other. While some are incarnates on earth, others will look upon from on high and help guide the spirits going through their trials. Each helps everyone in the group to advance together. As they become pure, their friendship becomes more concrete, as their bodies divest themselves of matter. Petty jealousies and selfishness don't disrupt their relationships. Of course, there are different types of family relationships, with those that we are stuck together because of a purely physical connection, or a person we marry not because of true spiritual affection, but of a sensual or momentarily attraction. These are people who have been selected for us in order to experience the trials that, need I remind you, we have selected ourselves. We may not like them very much, but I can guarantee that we will learn some hard lessons from them, and for that we should be grateful. As Allan Kardec states, there are no lasting affections except spiritual ones. Physical affections die out with the cause that gave rise to them, but that cause no longer exists in the world of spirits, whereas the soul exists forever. Therefore, when we feel a special kinship to select members of our family, most probably because we are united in the spiritual world, we should feel safe since they always have our best interests at heart. On the other hand, those relations where we feel mistrustful are usually put there for one or two reasons. First, they may be of an inferior level and require the love and guidance of an advanced family to assist them to improve their position. Who hasn't seen families where all the children seem well brought up by good parents, except one, the black sheep? Now you have an explanation. The parents volunteered to help a poor soul improve him or herself, and in some cases weren't successful. Secondly, they may be located with us as a trial. Some poor soul that we have done wrong in the past and is now introduced to us as a means of reconciliation is with us to repair the damage we have committed. Hopefully, a complete reconciliation will occur, and whatever past recrimination that had existed will now be forgotten. Allan Kardec backs up this thought with the following statement. God, whose laws are all supremely wise, does nothing useless. Through reincarnation on the same globe, God has willed that the same spirits come in contact with one another again for the chance to repair their mutual offenses. Because of their previous relationships, God wishes furthermore to establish family ties on a spiritual basis and to support the principles of solidarity, fraternity, and equality as a natural law. What does he tell us? He tells us that we should have no worries about our loved ones. While there may be more than you originally thought, you have the capacity to love many. and to love with the purity of a spirit, unencumbered with physical tethers. For your love is not based on any material calculation, but on shared experiences and beliefs, a pure affection. Look forward to reuniting with your friends in the spirit world to talk about what you have learned and how you have failed. Together, you can plan out your next physical adventure with the knowledge that you will have support from heaven and on the ground. Learn more about reincarnation and how the process of reincarnation works, because you have lived multiple lives. At times, you have been rich, a poor, a servant, and a slave, maybe even a king or a queen, at least a member of the minor nobility. Many famous people in the past have believed in reincarnation, such as Thomas Edison and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. They both believed in the spirit world and made attempts to communicate with the world beyond. There is a realm, a universe greater than ours, and it is filled with intelligences that we can only wonder at. There are spirits around the earth who are actively helping and guiding us in our planning and during our actual incarnations. My book, The Case for Reincarnation, Your Path to Perfection, is here to answer your questions. Questions such as, why do we reincarnate? How does the process work? How many reincarnations must we have? What memories do we retain from our previous lives? Do we have control over our reincarnations? Why must we suffer? How may I ensure my next life is better? And lastly, how may I progress to being a perfected spirit? God bless.